Yes, I'm a batty man. I've been a batty man my whole life.
Is it the interracial thing? Just feels that he's getting it more than I am, just for him being black and being gay. I don't feel comfortable holding hands.
I was thinking about surviving. I'm Christopher, I'm a full-time drag queen. My husband is Siim. He is my stylist, my designer, the love of my life. Yes, I am the face of Vanity Milan, but there are two people who work really hard to get where we are.
We met 11 years ago on a youth exchange in Greece. I was from a group from Estonia.
And you know when they say love at first sight, I think it was that.
It took me 5 days to actually approach him. I remember I was so awkward. The next 5 days we were literally like next to each other.
We're living in two different countries. That's a huge obstacle. And also the language barrier as well.
The last day I was just crying. Then I realized that I just can't picture my life without him. So I bought him one-way ticket to Estonia.
It was only a month between finishing the youth exchange to me actually moving. Vanity Milan has always been my alter ego, my feminine side, my go-to who I want to blame for being too sassy.
He did explain me the characteristic of Vanity, because that was something that he did way before we met. I remember me being ignorant, saying I don't understand it. I like you as a man, not as a woman. So he left Vanity to London and he said, Vanity's dead.
I wasn't even thinking about drag in Estonia. I was thinking about surviving, first and foremost.
I always thought that the people in Estonia, they're very open-minded, which wasn't the case, and we started to get the racism a lot.
There was a time where this just random guy came up and started calling me the most nastiest words you will ever hear an Estonian person call a black person. He was pushing me. There was almost a time where I thought he was going to punch me. I was very scared.
Literally like asking him to die. It's a person, it's a human being, like what is wrong with you?
There were times where I was like, I want to go home. I think I'm done here. There's things that happen in our lives that just bring us closer together, and we wanted to create something that would be long lasting for us, so that we can tell if we have children, this is what your dads did. Love is love. Queer love is amazing.
We made the news in Estonia for being the first gay marriage. UK embassies around the world can officiate a gay marriage if one of the partners is British. And that's what we did in Estonia, and it made all the news because, yeah, for them it was the first gay marriage, even though it wasn't even legal. My mom was saying, why is it going so big? The louder we are, the more impact it will make for generations to come. It was always my dream to move to London. South London, yeah, not the safest area most probably for a gay couple. I don't feel comfortable holding hands. I don't feel comfortable kissing him or like showing any affection or anything.
I've grown up in South London and I've got kind of hate for just being flamboyant.
You wouldn't think to get this reaction to guys walking on the street, one being white, one being black. Is it the interracial thing? It just feels that he's getting it more than I am, just for him being black and being gay.
When are times going to change? Like, yes, I'm a batty man. I've been a batty man my whole life. And what?
When we moved here, we didn't know what we wanted to do. He was really into working in restaurants and doing the hospitality.
I actually went to a cabaret show for the first time and was like, oh, this is camp. And this is amazing, and how do I get into this?
It's something that I've never experienced before. And seeing how big thing drag actually is, how amazing, how talented they are. I remember he was like slowly ordering wigs and things, and it's like, I think Vanity is coming back to life.
So I started drag in 2019, creating a persona that I already had in the past. I called her Vanity. She never had the Milan part until I met the husband, because she was never fashion. She could just see my drag persona growing and people actually liking what I was doing. And there was one point he said to me that you need to go full time because this is what you're born to do.
Vanity Milan, I think, was born when we both started to work together.
He even supported me by making my first costume, and then that's what got him into kind of like continually designing little outfits here and there for me. I trust him 100%.
Being married, living together working together, I think sometimes it does get over our heads. Even the good people can clash. The fights that we have are sometimes very crazy, especially when we're getting ready for a drag race.
He's also still working a full-time job, 9 to 5, coming home and busting his ass again to continuously make costumes for me.
We're not on the same page. He's on a totally different page from me.
What couple doesn't have arguments? If you don't have an argument as a couple, are you really a couple?
Oh, in a safe space. It's definitely a different story after the show, like amazing hugs and kisses. If we are surrounded by our people, then it's so much more easier.
Being I would say like a power couple in the drag community where he makes my clothes, I sell the crap out of it. And I think that's what works for us. Yes, I am the face of Vanity Milan, but there are two people who work really hard to get where we are.
Sometimes I look at him and I'm just like, oh my God, you're so cute. It's been 11 years. I can still see him as being the one and only.
I never thought in a million years that we would continue this journey together. And each year we get stronger and stronger and stronger. I think he's the yin to my yang.
He completes me.
Soulmates.